Today, I make the Genesis look good again. So the car's been looking like this for almost a year now. I have the parts to make it look better. One of the most obvious things is that it's missing headlights. They're actually over here. But these headlights are really bad. They've been used as test headlights for a really long time now, and they just need to go. There's not even a housing inside this one because I ripped it off for a TikTok. Got it. And the next thing is this red bumper. I actually have a black bumper that has a lip on it. I was running when I lived in Houston. I swapped to this bumper so that we could drive from Houston to Fort Worth without any major issues. So today I'm gonna swap that back. I'd also like to take this white off, and I think it's time to put the roof rack in storage. First, let's go find a bumper. Bumper acquired. As you can see, I have the BK1 lip that almost every single BK1 runs, but it looks good, so I'm gonna run it. Okay, let's fix these headlights. Not great. What's not great was that transition. I even switched hands. That was bad, sorry. A whole lot better. These are used and the lenses have been sanded and clear coated. I think the inside of the lens has a little bit of stuff on it, but I'm not gonna worry about that until later. I plan on doing some light modifications to these anyway. While I'm thinking about it, I wanna go ahead and remove this rack, but first I need to find the key. Please be in here. Aha! Bought this rack because I used to go wakeboarding a lot and I didn't want to carry the wakeboard inside the car. It took up way too much space. So what I did was I bought this Yakima roof rack, and then I got ski mounts that go with it. Hooked all that up, and then I was able to carry the wakeboard on top of the car. Put a picture right here. Sadly, haven't been able to go wakeboarding in a long time, so I think it's time to go ahead and retire the roof rack. Plus, I have a truck now too. Got that done. Now let's start on this bumper. So this bumper is normally held in by some clips in the grill, these push pins on either side, and a bolt here, and then various push pins all along the bottom. But after for driving for solo for so long, lots of things are broken / missing. I somehow still have these push pins. The bolt on this side is still here. However, this side's held in with a zip tie. Underneath is where it gets pretty interesting. I broke the plastic undershield on this so many times that it was held in by a lot of zip ties and just pieces. So I decided to just remove it and leave it off because the car's too low to have it, and just created these brackets out of some leftover scrap metal that I had. And that's exactly how I've been holding in all my bumpers. You're probably thinking that that's unnecessary and I don't even need to run those brackets, but I didn't like the way that the bottom of the bumper was so flimsy just driving down the road. So I made them just to make it a little more solid. So you can see I have 4 of these brackets, and I cut them to length and then shaped them to reach out to the bumper in specific spots. And I actually used the OEM undershield bolts and mounting points to bolt them to. And they hold into the bumper using plastic push pins, so it's nice and easy to remove. Probably pretty cheesy and shouldn't be done, but works for me. Now it's time to swap these fog light bezels over, which means I'm gonna use this. We asked about these fog lights a lot. All I did was put chrome wrap on them, and now they kind of look like they're always on. The reason I did that was because the lens was getting eat up pretty bad. Fog lights fog light lenses always look really bad since they sit so low in the car. So I put chrome wrap over them, and now they kind of look like they're on all the time. Black bumper is on the stand, but before I go any further, I want to do some slight modifications to the fog light bezels. Specifically these chrome pieces cutting across like that. This time around, I am going for some splashes of chrome, but I think that the chrome in the bezels itself is too much. I ran them like this for a little bit with the chrome here, and I thought it was too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap these in gloss black. And that's one side done. I really like how it came out. It's a nice contrast between the matte of the bezel and the gloss of those two pieces right there. And then a splash of chrome over there, that's nice. Since it is vinyl wrap, I can remove it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should I go back to chrome or should I leave them the gloss black? I think I'm gonna run gloss black for a little bit. Of course, we still have to do this side. And done. All black here and all black over here. Now to install them on the bumper. Okay, let's see it on the bench. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let's install it on the car. Okay, now I can go ahead and start putting the bumper on. A couple of things I'm gonna have to do first is create some holes so I can put the bottom brackets on. Since these brackets were made for the red bumper, they're not actually gonna fit this bumper. So I've already marked in a couple of spots on here where I have to drill, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay, I've got all those holes drilled, but I just realized I don't have enough push pins to put it back on. So I'm gonna run to AutoZone and get that. Okay, these should work. Okay, the bumper is 90% of the way on. You can see that I have these quick release buttons here, but I do not have the hardware. I did order some new quick releases, but they're not supposed to come in until like November, the end of October, early November. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna use some zip ties. Forgot to do the second part, my bad. Just carry on with the video. Car's finally all black again, got the regular bumper on. Next up, we gotta remove this white vinyl. Just really hope that it doesn't peel any of the clear coat off. The vinyl's really only been on there for about a year, so let's hope not. Wow, I'm genuinely surprised. That came off really easy. It didn't even leave any adhesive residue on there. Okay, time to do the other side. There we go, no more white on the doors. Bumper is on, headlights are on. Now I know what you've been saying the entire time you're watching this video, and that's, Zach, please wash the car. Well, that's what I'm gonna do right now. Well, I drove all the way here and it started raining on the way, so washing the car is totally pointless. Okay, back to the house. Okay, we made it back. This was just step one. I'm trying to really get this car back to being in good shape. I still got a couple of things to do, like tires and inspection. Those are two pretty important